Please stand by for this message, as this message may be important for the human race. As of 9:14 p.m., the North American Aerospace Defense Command has detected an object of extraterrestrial origin approximately 3,700,000 miles away from the Earth's atmosphere. The origin of the object is currently unknown. The trajectory of the object is currently unknown. Information as to whether or not extraterrestrial life forms are on the aircraft is currently being investigated. As there is very little information regarding the aircraft at the moment, we are preparing for all eventualities. Please follow these instructions. Locate a basement, underground shelter, or an interior part of your residence that may provide sufficient shelter. Gather food, water, medical supplies, clothing, a battery-powered radio, phone chargers, and any other essentials for your family. The United States government is preparing a plan should there be extraterrestrial life present. The President, as well as his associates, are currently being moved to a secure location. Citizens are advised to monitor local news sources for updates on this developing situation. This is an update to the National Information Center statement, issued 24 minutes ago. The North American Aerospace Defense Command, as well as the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, have discovered that extraterrestrial life forms are present on the aircraft. Communication with said entities is currently being attempted. The speed that the aircraft is traveling at indicates that, if it is arriving in Earth, it will arrive in approximately 3 hours and 30 minutes. The instructions in the previous alert still apply. Continue to shelter and gather supplies to last at least 7 days. If the entities are confirmed to be hostile, this will be broadcasted through the emergency alert system. Please remain tuned to local news sources for further information and updates on this developing situation. Normal programming has been suspended. The White House has requested interruption of all broadcasts to broadcast the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news to the public in assigned areas. This is QXG-TV. We will continue to serve the Nashville metropolitan area. If you are not in this local area, tune out of stations providing news and information for your local area. Do not use the telephone. The telephone lines must be kept open for emergency use only. The emergency alert system has been activated. This is an emergency action notification. All channels in the United States will broadcast this emergency message. This message contains information that may be vital to the survival of you and your family. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. The extraterrestrial life forms found on the aircraft have been confirmed to have hostile intentions towards our planet. The aircraft is estimated to arrive within the next 2 hours. Citizens of the United States and the world are advised to carry out the following instructions. Find a basement, underground shelter, or other sustainable shelter. Gather food, water, medical supplies, a battery-powered or hand-crank radio with extra batteries, clothing and anything else that your family may need to survive at least 7 days. When these life forms arrive at Earth, do not leave your shelter for any reason. Do not do anything to reveal your location, such as making noise. Doing so may put you at extreme risk of being killed. If you have children, keep them quiet, as to not reveal your location. If you have pets, they should either be euthanized or released. Keeping them in your shelter is risky. If these life forms are made aware of your presence, you should either run or hide. Fighting back should only be used as a last resort in the worst-case scenario. It is currently unknown where this aircraft will land. Therefore, all citizens residing in or within 20 miles of a city with a population over 100,000 are advised to evacuate to rural areas. The military is being deployed to assist in this. Most importantly, do not be afraid. We will do everything in our power to protect this planet that is rightfully ours. This is not the end of our country. This is not the end of our world. Any and all updates will be transmitted through the emergency alert system. Blackouts may be possible, so please have a battery-powered or hand crank radio on hand.
And now for the latest emergency information. The television networks have now been completely blacked out. Please remain tuned to this radio station for further news and information. The estimated time of arrival for the aircraft is 60 minutes. The advice from the government remains the same. The evacuation of major population centers will conclude momentarily. If you have not yet evacuated, do so immediately. There is now little time to do so. If you cannot evacuate within 15 minutes, shelter in place. Communication networks have been severely disrupted. Calls and text messaging services are starting to shut down. Telephone lines should only be used for emergencies. 911 is still functioning at the moment, although this could change at any time.
We are now getting word that the president is making a speech. Let's go to that.
My fellow Americans, this situation is something that none of us have ever seen before. Something that we thought would be entirely fictional. But today it has come. Rest assured, the government is working tirelessly to ensure the safety of our nation. Our plan is the following. We shall launch 3 non-nuclear missiles to the aircraft in an attempt to destroy it. As of now, the plan is underway, and the rockets are planned to strike within the next few minutes. In the unlikely event that these missiles fail to destroy the aircraft, we will attempt to combat the life forms on Earth. We have confirmed that the aircraft will, in fact, land in the United States in the state of South Dakota. Please continue to follow government instructions and, most importantly, stay safe.
That was a message from the President of the United States. We will keep you updated on the government plan in due course.
We have some distressing news to bring you all. This will now be broadcast through the emergency alert system. Please stand by for this message.
This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast and cable systems will transmit this emergency action notification message. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is PLR 7. We will continue to serve the Nashville metropolitan area. If you are not in this local area, you should tune to stations providing news and information for your local area. Do not use the telephone. The telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use only. The emergency alert system has been activated. The plan to destroy the aircraft has failed. To repeat, the plan to destroy the aircraft has failed. Seek immediate shelter. The aircraft will arrive in 30 minutes. The military is prepared to fight off the alien spacecraft, however, it is unknown how many life forms there are. When the aircraft makes landfall, an earthquake may occur. Kessler said there may occur. Those who have not evacuated the state of South Dakota are advised to prepare for certain death. Everyone is advised to spend time with friends and family while they still can. Engage in an activity that comforts you. If you are part of a religion, pray to your higher being or beings. Please do not panic. Panicking will only make the situation worse. God bless America, and God bless the human race.
There is no point in fighting back. Join us. We will not cause you harm if you do not resist. You think that you will win. You are wrong. We are the supreme beings of the universe. Resistance is futile.
This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast and cable systems will transmit this emergency action notification message. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is PLR7. We will continue to serve the Nashville metropolitan area. If you are not in this local area, you should tune to stations providing news and information for your local area. Do not use the telephone. The telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use only. The emergency alert system has been activated. A nuclear attack against the United States is currently ongoing. This seems to be the only way to eliminate the aliens. All other ways of terminating them have failed. The attack will occur in the next 10 minutes. The following cities will be affected: Washington, D.C., Houston, Texas, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Seattle, Washington, Los Angeles, California, Chicago, Illinois, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and New York City, New York. Be prepared for the effects of a nuclear explosion, extreme light, heat, and a blast shock wave. Fallout is deadly. Fallout can lead to radiation sickness followed by death. It will only take a minute after impact for the effects of fallout to spread. Have supplies to last 14 days. Do not leave your shelter until 14 days have passed. Emergency action termination message. All clear. The aliens have all been killed, and the fallout has been cleared. There is significant damage to the cities hit by the strikes. The aliens have caused approximately 150,000 civilian deaths and 77,000 military deaths. They have also caused significant damage to areas around the crash site. Thanks to the quick action of our military, the aliens were not able to cross international borders into Canada or Mexico, which would have created an international disaster. We shall never forget this situation and the people who died. With immediate effect, 14 days of mourning will begin, and flags will fly at half-mast. We are still unsure of the origin of the spacecraft. Normal programming may now continue. The government thanks you for your cooperation during this emergency.